evening, football fans. Tonight on NCTV5, we'll be bringing you this one gigantic, gargantuan battle between teams with identical records. The home team, the Delta Panthers and Liberty Center Tigers, both coming in at 7-1 on the year, both 5-1 in the NWAL. This truly, Jim, a battle for second place. Both teams, lost to Patrick Henry. Their lone mar on the record. Both teams sport that big defense. Liberty only giving up 5 touchdowns on the entire season, and Delta's defense equally as awesome.
Yeah.
Well, as you see it, Jim, what's the keys tonight?
Well, they got to have to keep Kamink from just plain running wild, and we know as good an athlete as he is, he's going to get his yards, and he's probably going to put some points up. But I believe the Liberty coaching staff has got a plan. And they'll try and keep him bottled up as best they can and then have some ball control offense of their own. I particularly like the Tigers' posture since that great game at Mineral Ridge. I mean, they just became men at that game, Spike, and then had Brian come to town, and what would be kind of a walkover. The Tigers just played solid football between the whistles, and they look like a team that wants to play a lot of football yet. This has great computer point implications, and we're talking possible home field advantages, so there's just a lot of things to happen tonight. The field is a bit tore up, but it is dry, so I just think it's a great night for football here in Panther Stadium.
Absolutely, just enough of chill in the air to keep everybody on their toes, of course. Delta stands 6th in the computer points in their region, and a loss here could possibly knock them out even with a win next week.
Wow.
They don't have a playoffs berth locked up yet. Liberty Center, on the other hand, sits at 4th.
Yeah.
But yet, you never know in the playoffs or when winding down in weeks 9 and 10, Tigers with a win here would have an excellent chance of a home field advantage.
Yeah, talking about Delta in their playoffs, see, they're a different division, and some of the teams they play are not loaded with points, so all that's a factor.
Yeah, the Tigers still need at least one win this year to get in, but right now we're going to play the biggest game on the ticket tonight.
Oh, boy.
Here is Sanchez. El kicker squibs one, caught there at the 42, and Delta will take over right there. Tigers perhaps were trying to keep the ball away from Kamik.
Yeah.
But I've got to believe that Sanchez maybe didn't get the connection that he wanted.
Right, he wanted probably a little action, as you say, a bit of a squib, and that just was a little chip shot there as if he was almost kicking an extra point, short extra point. So the Panthers, good field position right here on the get-go.
Right. The quarterback, number 8, Ryan Vickers, and of course Nate Kamik, number 11. Delta comes out in the I formation. Tailback Kamik. Here's the give off the left side. Tries to cut outside. Hit right there. Stays on his feet. Breaks a tackle. Finally hauled down there by Brian Babcock. Gain of 11 and a first down.
Well, Spike, there was 2 Tigers that had a piece of him, but they couldn't hold him, and they're going to have to improve on that because that's Kamik's bread and butter play is breaking tackles, and they actually made contact right there at the line of scrimmage on him and couldn't bring him down.
Well, I'm sure that'll improve as the night wears on. Kamik, a bigger, faster, stronger player this year in his senior year from what we've seen in years past. Now Delta comes out with the offset eye, or with the wing eye. Give to Kamik, right side, hit and slowed down. Breaks a tackle in the clear. Babcock, the last chance. How did Kamik get out of that? And we got a Delta touchdown. Holy mackerel. Kamik breaking a couple of tackles, bursts from 46 yards away. Delta takes the early lead.
Boy, indeed he did, Spike. I was sure they had him bottled up right there at the line of scrimmage. Right at the line of scrimmage. But he was able to, just use the great strength in his body to worm this way and that way, and all of a sudden he had some open field.
All right, now the Panthers at the 11:22 mark here in the first period will set up with a point after touchdown kick. Kamik the kicker, good hold, and I believe it sails off. Now there's just a typifies the power that young man has gained over the last 3 years of his high school career. The power in that driving kick goes all the way over the fence, or to the fence. But, and I guess that just shows the way he was able to break tackles at the line of scrimmage. So early on here, we've got Delta up 6-0. All right, while we got a chance, we'll get a few of our sponsors. We've got the Hill Asphalt Paving Company with Randy Hill, Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry, Pizzanello's Pizza with Craig and Sherry Myers, the Henry County Bank in Napoleon, Liberty Center, and many other locations throughout the county. There with Bill Wendt. The Dugout with Stephen Kaplan Terracini. Truckers Paradise with Lynn and Jerry Ripke. KK Collision with Kyle Kern. Schaefer Truck and RV Sales and Rentals with Terry and Todd Schaefer. Out on Road 10 between Liberty and Delta. Miller Brother Trucking with Skip Miller. Eon Industries with Junie Leininger and Dawn Bender. Mitchell Farm Equipment. They feature the Simplicity Lawn and Garden Tractor line. There with Tom, Pat, Barb, and Mike Mitchell. B.A. Miller and Sons Trucking with Norma Miller. L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating with Bill Tiplady, Dan, and Francis Brown. Holgate Metal Fab in Napoleon with Jeff Spangler. Sky Bank in Liberty Center. And the Davis Farm Services of Delta and Liberty with Karen Howe.
All right, here we go.
Kamick to kick off. High, end over end kick. Comes down at about the 6-yard line. Picked up there, I believe, by Paul Smith. He's in the open. He's at the 40, the 50, gets to the outside, gets around to make. Got a touchdown right on the 30, the 20, the 10. And finally, home down around the 5-yard line.
Spike, we're going to have a football game. Did you see Paul Smith one-on-one with Mr. Kamink over there on the 40-yard line? Paul gave him a little shoulder shake, and he made Kamink miss him. We got a ball game.
85-yard return. Shot out of the cannon, Paul Smith.
Whoa.
Took the kick on the right hash. Broke up the middle. Cut to the left. Give a little hip and took it away. Got around Kamick all the way down to the 9. First and goal, Liberty Center.
Yes, sir. Tigers have got to execute now. This kind of position means they've got to have a score.
Wing right package. Give to Weimer up the middle. Weimer down around the 5-yard line. Gain of 4 yards on first down.
You know, there was some good block, and I didn't get the numbers on him there early on Paul Smith's return, but a lot of that was he saw some open field. He got in it. Kamink had a good shot at him over there, and he earned respect from Kamink right there on that play, Spike.
All right, nose of the football on the 5-yard line. Tiger offensive line. We've got Van Sickle tackle left, Espinoza guard left, Stewart to center, Hill the guard on the right, Martinez the tackle on the right. Motion Babcock. Give to Weimer up the middle. Weimer hit and down close to the goal line, very close to the goal line. And I believe it's going to be 3rd and goal, inches away from pay dirt. 10:28 remaining here, first quarter.
Good line of scrimmage play there by the Tigers. They're moving those green uniforms back there, and Weimer bulled in there. Looked like he had a swing at that goal line, Spike, but we don't have the best angle for it.
All right. We've got Casey Bodenbender, number 15, tight end on the right, and Matt Wiley, number 6, the tight end on the left. Brian Babcock under center. Weimer the fullback, Silvas the tailback or the running back on the left. Babcock left wing. Gives straight ahead. Weimer dives. He's in! He's in! Over the top of the left guard, right behind Espinoza and Van Sickle. The Tigers score. It's all tied up, 6 apiece. And Jim, we've only seen 2 minutes of football.
Oh, I guess so. And what an answer. Kamink had a couple of plays from scrimmage and kind of shredded the Tiger defense at that time and hung 6 up, but right back with Paul Smith on a big return from the kickoff, and then good line play and surging there by Weimer.
All right, Hill the snapper. Babcock, good grab. Kick up by Sanchez. Up and good! Cody Sanchez, kicker, point good. And we've got a flag after the play. Well, we'll wait to see what unfolds here. The official coming to the Liberty Center sideline.
Spike, this is an electrically charged crowd, and I mean there is a lot of people here standing all around. This is the game to be to tonight.
Well, It goes right back. Delta able to break a couple tackles, scored on, I believe, the third play from scrimmage. Or was it the second? I'm not sure. But Liberty Center special team. Uh-oh, that one is going to be walked off against Liberty 5 yards.
They're going to have to try that point after again, Spike.
Ouch. Late flag came down. I didn't get the call.
Well, it might have been there, and we just didn't see it in the exuberance of watching the kick. Was it late?
All right, now the Tigers will try the PAT again, this time spotted at the 15. That'll make it a 25-yard extra point attempt. Another good snap by Hill, good hold. Sanchez up, drives, and that's going to be no good. Sails off to the left.
I'm not sure, but somebody might have got a piece of that, Spike. That was not a good end-over-end ball rotation. That was a kind of a ruptured duck heading there toward the upright.
Now the Tigers on defense know what they've got to do. They've seen how good Kamik is. Now they just have to answer the challenge.
Yeah, in fact, the coach in some of the papers was quoted as saying, we know what Kamik is, we know what he does, we have to wrap him up when we tackle him. And on both of his carries, it appeared as though he was stopped. Kamik has great balance and a lot of strength, and they just didn't get him.
All right, now the rest of our sponsors. We've got the Tiger Shop with Bob and Julie Shaddy. Speece Trailer Court with Rick Speece. Swanton Welding with Norm Zeider. The Meyer Badenhop Insurance Company, Glenn and Napoleon, Bob and Marge in Liberty Center, Jurassics. The Liberty Center Athletic Boosters. Also thanks to Ken and Robin Carpenter. Also we've got John McClure with his Liberty Center carryout on the north end of town. The Porch Coaches Group, who's been together for many years. Also John Slagle and the memory of good old Donnie Sharp and those stinking rotten no good yellow flags that we've just seen evidence. And last but not least, Timbo and Water Hauling Service. Those the sponsors for the Tigers. All right, Sanchez to kick off from his 40-yard line. And end-over-end bobbling kick, ball loose on the field, still loose, and the Tigers say they got
Yes,
it!
sir!
The Tigers say they got
They
it!
do! They do!
Over there, the official,
Yep.
they recover the onside kick, Liberty Center's football on the Delta 48-yard line!
Well, Spike, that's one whale of an answer for Kamik. There he was expecting a return possibly, and they short-kicked him first time. If this is something they've practiced on during the week, we may have a lot of fireworks tonight on the kickoffs. Nice job there, Cody Sanchez and special teams.
Well, and it came at no surprise because we squibbed it the last time.
Right.
All right, now the Tigers bring Casey Bodenbender, big play receiver, spread wide to this side, double wing set. Babcock in motion, give to Weimer left side. Weimer stays on his feet, gets inside the 45, down near the 43, and a gain of about 5 on the play.
Boy, that set the Tigers up with great field position there, Spike. You question, well, do you kick deep and take your chances, or do you try this short stuff? Well, 1 out of 2 so far has played absolutely perfect.
All right, Delta losing the football. Tigers doing what they need to do, keep the ball out of their hands. They come to the line of scrimmage. Double wing back set again. Now Silvas takes the handoff, powers off that left side again.
Yeah, motion this way to kind of freeze the linebackers for just an instant, and Silvas straight ahead there, good yardage.
Or was that Paul?
That
was Paul Smith, maybe.
Was that 28? Boy, they got.
Yep, my bad, Paul Smith.
They've got those jerseys on that make it a little difficult.
Yep, from here I saw the 2.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. Now the Tigers come back out. We've got Silvas and Babcock, the wingbacks. Bodenbender split wide to this side. Fullback Weimer. Give to Weimer off the left side again. Powers his way down to the 30, near the 35-yard line. Gain of nearly 5 on the play, and the Tigers move the sticks.
I know it's early, but the line play for the Tigers is excellent, Spike. When they fire out, it is just as even as it can be. I mean, those guys are digging in. They know what their assignments are. They just can't wait to mix it up with those green jerseys.
Yep, Tigers running right now behind Stewart, Espinoza, Van Sickle, and Wiley over there on the left side. Well, maybe they're setting Delta up for that comeback the other way. Double wing set again. Paul Smith spread wide to this side, gives straight ahead. Weimer Silvas, excuse me. Fake to Weimer, give to Silvas. Silvas picks up a tough yard, maybe.
No, I think he might, they're going to give him a yard, I guess, but it looked like he was kind of wanting to turn up field, and we'd like to see him come a little wide. You know, going back to that kickoff there by Sanchez, he had a lot of English on that ball. And it had some power. I mean, it wasn't just a little oozing it up there. I mean, he kicked there with plenty of force, and I think it bounced off a Delta guy.
All right, now Weimer offset to the right. Silvas behind the quarterback, Babcock. Brett Babcock, the wing. Play action. Back to throw. Has time. Throws the home run ball for Bodenbender. And picked off in the end zone. No, now he's going to look for the return. And hauled down there by Bodenbender out around the 11-yard line.
Yeah, boy, that was a scrap for that ball. And the Delta man had position. And he did come up with the ball, but then after running it out of the end zone, Casey Bodenbender puts him down.
Well, I'm not sure a wise decision on Delta's part trying to run that out from near the end line. The return only to the 13. So the Tigers on defense have good field position here. Tigers are lining up. Scott Stewart, the nose guard. Espinoza, tackle on the left. Wade Van Sickle, tackle on the right. Ryan McClure, defensive end right. And Kurt Silvas, defensive end on the left. Man in motion. Deep pitch to commit. Tigers get out there, slow him down.
Yeah.
With a gain of about, we're going to call it about 4 on the play by Kamick up across the 15 to the 17.
Yeah, Weimer out there.
Weimer
out there where a defensive end would be as that play unfolded, able to kind of turn that inside, and that's what needed to be. Send him in where the traffic is, and a better tackle that time.
All right, Tigers start the game with Weimer, Brett Babcock, and Slee as the linebackers, and now number 32, Tyler Carpenter in at backer. Defensive backs, Paul Smith, Brian Babcock, and Casey Bodenbender. 2nd and 5, man in motion going to the wide side of the field, and we're going to have the Tigers.
I think they're going to get green for jumping a little bit there. At least there were several Tigers that wanted a piece of that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're pointing towards Delta, so we're going to hope that that's the way the call goes. That will make it 2nd down and approximately 10 yards to go. 6.5 minutes remain here in the first period. Ryan McClure, the defensive end, reacted to that jump.
Yeah.
I didn't see the jump on the interior line.
Yeah, I saw some fidget, but generally when 2 or more of the same team jump at the same time, then that's they've seen something, and that's going to make that play a little harder for Delta.
All right, Delta comes out, eye backfield, play action, wide open out there, caught, Babcock out, makes the tackle, but the Delta Panthers pick up the first down out across the 30-yard line.
That was a pretty good conceived pass play. He had plenty of room there to maneuver. And there also was a deep receiver upfield there. It looked like he had a bit of space between the defender.
Alex Armstrong swinging out of the backfield there. And Delta's passing game now a lot like Liberty Center's. They're going to try to pass out of a position when they elect to do so.
Yeah, they prefer to run, and of course, who wouldn't? Kamink's run through teams just like a sieve.
All right, man in motion, the man who caught the football. Well, we had a left guard that may have moved a little early. Breaks a tackle, holy cow, and breaks another one, and the Panthers inside Tiger territory at the 48. Boy, I was sure the left guard for Delta jumped that time. Scott Stewart, number 78, checks back into the game, replacing Chris Butler, number 71. Butler and Stewart will switch off and on up there at nose guard. Now the Panthers with a first down. 5:49 remaining first period, 6-all tie. Eye backfield, wing right set. Give to Kamick, and Kamick hauled down right there. Negligible gain will give him a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
I think number 18 there had a good piece of him. Ryan McClure in there playing for injured Derek Proudfoot, who had a ankle surgery.
Yeah, that's a big key, of course, is how well Silvas and McClure can adjust to new spots here.
Yep, that's true.
All right, tight end package, wing right, man in motion coming to our side of the field. Here's play action, looks downfield, throws, And over the head, incomplete. Great coverage from Bodenbender and Babcock.
Exactly. They had that kind of pretty well blanketed out there, but the pass was thrown where nobody could catch it. Like to see him get a little heat on the quarterback, Spike. Each time he's tried to pass, he had plenty of time back there. But, you know, we're so concerned with what Kamink does. Maybe they decide to take their chances defending against the pass rather than putting a big rush on. What do you think?
Well, it could very well be. All right, now they line up in the offset eye. Here is play action again. Silvas on him, now it's a screen pass. Incomplete!
Excellent. Kurt Silvas back there pressuring the quarterback. The quarterback was kind of on 1 foot when he threw it. Kamink couldn't get a good handle on it. The Tigers had that defense. That was supposed to be kind of a, would you call that a screen play?
Yeah, it looked like it was play action, and then all it was, they were setting up a screen trying to get Kamik out here on one-on-one.
Yep.
But the pass rush by Silvas with a great move and a deep powered his way in there, threw off the timing, and the Panthers looking at a 4th and 9 at the Liberty 47-yard line.
Yep, that's exactly the answer for a passing attack is bother that quarterback. Cover the receivers, yes, but bother that quarterback. And he had to throw that off of 1 foot. Didn't get a good pitch on it.
All right, we've got a timeout down on the field. Liberty Center calls it. They saw a formation they didn't like. The Panthers came out in a 4th and maybe we're going to go for it package. And I think Vickers may have had the option of just using a quick, even though it's 4th down, kind of a quick kick showing the possible offensive set.
Yep.
So with 4:57 remaining in the first half, timeout. Score knotted at 6.
A lot of football played.
Okay, Tigers set to go. Silvas back deep, creeping up now. Panthers showing possible fake. They're going to go for it. They swing it out there. And hit on the play. Was that McClure?
I didn't get it. Who's the tackle right there? Huh?
Paul Smith, number 28.
Paul Smith.
Yep.
All right, he was covering that receiver out there and just came up and made a sure tackle. You know, Paul Smith has had one heck of a season, Spike.
Yes, he has.
He's been a great compliment.
Waiting to burst open, and tonight could be the night. Now we've got Paul Smith spread wide to this side. Silvas wing left. And comes in motion. Inside handoff reverse. And
number 2.
Up by Delta. Maybe a loss of a yard on the play.
Penetration there by the defensive line there by Delta made that play not work. You know, Spike, it was coming this way, going that way, and, man, there was just no room for him to go.
Well, and they may have recognized something there in Liberty Center's attack because, you know, Silvas in motion coming this way. That's not normally a play that you see in the Tiger arsenal. All right, 2nd and 11. Ball, the Tigers have it on their own 46. 4:16 remaining first period. Score knotted at 6. Silvas in motion again. Now give off that right side. Tries to cut it up. Picks up a tough yard back to the original line of scrimmage. And now the Tigers faced with a 3rd and 10. Jimmy, the Panthers went for it at midfield.
Yes, they did.
You would have thought in a game like this, maybe you would have chosen to take field possession, especially when they weren't coming out of the punt formation. But no, and the Tigers with great defense.
Yeah.
But now Liberty faced with a 3rd and long.
Yeah, they're going to have to put this ball in the air.
All right, Babcock in the slot. Smith spread wide to this side. Silvas wing on the left. Weimer lone setback. In motion to the short side, drops back to throw, in trouble, and Babcock taken down back around the 40-yard line. Loss of 6 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they rushed a big rush from that right side, and he didn't have time to look upfield, and there he was tackled. So we've seen some excellent defense on both sides of the ball right out here at midfield, Spike.
Well, Delta, a very, very good defensive team.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah. Well, they're extremely confident, or else they wouldn't have gone for it. I mean, it was 4th and about 9 yards, if I remember.
Yep.
Well, we'll assume that Bobby Black for the Tigers. No, number 3 looks like Eric Weimer back there and ready to punt this ball away.
Yeah, Eric did some of the punting last week, and I probably made a few missed calls as to who the punter was. Back deep, Kamik around the 25-yard line. Weimer gets off high, spiraling kick, fair catch called for by Kamick at the 33, and that's where the Panthers will take over. 29-yard punt, no return, and in a game like this, that's certainly very vital.
Well, they're playing a lot of football right here between the 30s, Spike. It's a couple of heavyweights slugging it out pretty good.
Yep,
Tiger
no
defense is happy to mix it up with the Panthers, and we'll see what develops there.
All right, Babcock, Weimer, and Slee, the linebackers. Delta splits out a receiver to the far side, I formation, give to Kamick. Looks for running room, nothing doing, baby! Hit right at the line of scrimmage and brought down!
Yes, sir. Lots of Tigers in there. I think Slee, number 25, in there, as well as just a whole host
Weimer.
of them.
I believe Weimer made the initial hit.
All right.
Yep, the sledge showing no ill effects of that devastating injury that he took in, I believe it was week number 2 against Montpelier.
Well, yeah, after a week off, he's been averaging about 20 tackles a game.
All right, tight end right, motion that way, gives straight ahead to the off back, and up across the 35 to about the 37. We'll give him 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and a long situation. And for Liberty Center, paramount that they keep Delta in these situations where they don't necessarily look to the game breaker commit.
Yep.
But Jim, if it were me or you, I'm sure that we'd either look to swing Kamick out of the backfield or take our chances on that power sweep.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, now the Panthers come out with a new formation, 3 spread wide to the right. Kamick out there, the inside back comes in motion toward the ball. Takes the handoff to the short side. Great job by Casey Bonebender to steer him in.
Yeah, I think we've got a bad block by Delta there too, so I believe they're going to be penalized as well as that. But good defense here. They strung this out. And didn't let him get the corner turn there, Spike.
Well, I think Liberty Center will play for the 4th down. It's nice to look for field position here, but that would give the Panthers a 3rd down.
Yeah, they
obviously, yep, declined.
Well, I tell you, Kamick had a real excellent first series in 2 touches, put some points up on the board, but the Tigers have pretty well had him defense since then, Spike.
Well, so far so good,
yeah,
Jim, but you load a big cannon often enough and shoot it often enough. There's once in a while when that shell is going to come out.
Yeah, we're coming close to burning a quarter here already.
All right, 1:15 clock running, first period. Silvis back deep, standing at his 22-yard line.
Remember, they faked one the last time they had a 4th down.
All right, more of a standard punt formation. Vickers back. Spiraling, spinning kick. Hits at the 28. Silvis lets it roll, picks it up, breaks 1 tackle, and maybe gets a yard after the catch. Hap right all over that one.
Yeah.
And the Tigers in business now at their, we'll call it the 28-yard line.
Yep, Spike, we would say that looks awful dangerous to be fielding the ball in spite of the cover people flying all around you. But over his career, we have seen him pick that up and break it because people have relaxed and think, well, we've got this covered.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely right. Great point, Jim. Yeah, in some circles that may not be called an excellent football decision, but I don't agree. As Silvis has got that breakaway method, that killer instinct, that desire to excel.
Yeah, you've got
him a little sliver, make him get a juke in there, and he could have been gone for big yardage.
Well, it is
worth a gamble.
Yeah, and as a senior, you trust their judgment. You have to, and he's been one of the tremendous leaders on this football team for years, and he thought perhaps he could make something happen.
All right, clock under a minute now. Tigers have the ball. They're going to mark it on their 20, I believe the 27. Tigers with the wing package. Gives straight ahead to Weimer. Weimer bursts over the middle. He takes a hit, keeps on driving, and battles his way up near the 35. And that's going to be a pickup of at least 8 yards on the play.
Yep, good power running, some good blocks there, but Eric Weimer, once he gets started, he's coming, and he's hard to tackle.
Yeah, one of the Tigers' game plans is they were going to try to take the ball as often as they could right at the tackles.
Yeah, the teeth of this Panther defense.
Trying to manhandle Delta. Tigers so far with success there. Now to give to Silvas off the left side, trying to pick his way forward. He's going to get a yard, but I don't know if it's enough for the first down. I believe it'll be 3rd and 1. So that's going to be pretty close.
Yeah, they're going to
call for the measurement. Okay, during the quarter break, the measurement was taken. The Tigers a length of a football away from the first down. Ball rests just outside the 36-yard line. Here is the give to Weimer. Powers his way ahead. He's got first down yardage up near the 39.
Off that,
a 3 and a Tiger first down.
Yeah, off that left side again, Spike.
Yep, that's been the Tigers' bread and butter thus far tonight.
Boy, that's good power football. You need a first down. You just know your fullback and a certain blocking scheme can deliver it.
Absolutely, and so far Liberty Center has shown that they can control the line of scrimmage to some degree. Delta, though, very quick to pick up on the, so far, the misdirection plays. Man in motion, Babcock. Give.
Weimer.
Ahead to Weimer. Weimer bursting through, driving and powering his way up across the 45, up near the 47 and a gain of 8.
Yeah.
Boy, Jim, that time they went off the right side.
Yeah, exactly.
And Weimer stayed low, didn't give himself much of a target for the Panthers.
Yep.
And he's kind of submarines his way those last 5. Gain of 8. Tigers second down. They can get a first down at the Delta 49. Wing package set to the right with Babcock. Babcock in motion to this side, gives straight ahead. Flag on the play. Silvas up near the 49, but I think we're going to have movement on the Tiger offense.
Well, I tell you, if it was movement on the whole line because to a man they fired out together, Spike. I was just going to comment that
perhaps,
that offensive line.
Perhaps illegal motion then might be
I think one of the backs is moving forward before it was time.
Well, you certainly don't want to see that on a second and very short. However, the Tigers with relatively good field position here, certainly one of the things you've got to be concerned with in a game of this importance.
Yeah, Tigers, as you pointed to earlier, seem to be winning that line of scrimmage battle, and I'll tell you, they have a war. 2 good teams. I mean, they have at it for a long time out there.
2nd down and 7. Wing package and Babcock in motion. Babcock drops back. He's got a receiver out there and just out of the reach of Bodenbender.
Wow.
I believe Bodenbender.
Yeah, he was out there. He's the outside man. Also number 2 was out there, Brett Babcock.
2 big play receivers. Liberty Center, of course, Casey Bodenbender averaging 28 yards a catch.
Yeah, if he catches one, it's generally a big one.
And with 10 catches on the year, Craig Walder from Delta, 8 catches, and he's averaging 30 yards a catch.
Yeah, Paul Smith just went in.
So Smith replaces the tight end Wiley. Smith spread out wide to the far side. Silvas and Babcock, the wingbacks, on 3rd down and 7. Silvas in motion, gives straight ahead to Weimer. Weimer battles his way back up to the 45. Gain of 3 on the play, and now we've got a late flag. Oh my, I don't know what happened down at the bottom of that.
Personal foul against the Tigers there.
Against the Tigers.
Spike, I didn't catch it.
No, there was only 2 Tigers anywhere near that. That was Weimer, the ball carrier, one of them. Maybe the referees caught a retaliatory deal as maybe the Panthers got in the first blow. In a case like that, when you're in there amongst most of the defense, that's the only thing I can see.
Yeah. Well, we're a long ways from that kind of action, but boy, I tell you, the Tigers are giving no quarter across that line of scrimmage, and you know that's what you want. And in order to make any semblance of a running game go, they've got to own that line of scrimmage, at least part and partial.
All right, Tiger special teams, punt teams come out. Derek Miller, number 63, in there for Liberty. Tigers with 2 wideouts. Weimer back in punt formation. Babcock the up back. Eric gets it off, end over end kick, and will bounce around. It'll take a slight Delta bounce at around the 43, and the Panthers will take over there at, we're going to call it around the 45-yard line. So with 9:50 to go in the first half, 6-6 tie, Panthers with good field position. Okay, in the scheme of things here, very important series for both teams. Panthers show motion, give to Kamick, and hit right there by Weimer, slowed down, and 3 more Tiger tacklers there. The number 71 Butler in on the hit.
Yeah, also
Bodenbender.
Yeah, Bodenbender there too. But you got to love that line of scrimmage for the Tigers, both offensively and defensively. They're giving ground very grudgingly, and if there's a ball carrier coming past them, even when they're being blocked, they're making a play.
Yep. Very, very short gain, maybe length of the football. Weimer made the first hit, had a lot of help from his friends, so the Panthers with a second down, and we'll call it 10 at their own 45-yard line. Double wing set. Man in motion, dropping back to throw. Pressure from McClure, throwing upfield, and that's well incomplete. Intended for Nate Kamick, but well out of his reach. Well defended, incomplete pass, 3rd and long.
Yeah, Ryan McClure coming in there pretty good. Remember, in weeks past, Jan Stewart so hard on the quarterback in his rush from a defensive end position. Ryan McClure picking up where Jan left off.
Yeah. It's Jan Stewart, number, 35 defensive end
35.
out for the season. And also Derek Proudfoot, number 64. Bookend defensive ends, they certainly will be missed. All right, big play for the Tiger D here. Panthers show Kamick in motion. And they're going to look for Kamick on a short route, and that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, quarterback hasn't thrown a good pass for a long time, Spike. He pulled the trigger before he should have there. Pressure wasn't so great on him, but he just pressured himself and threw it into the ground.
Well,
but I believe they had this covered back here to where Kamick wasn't going to get his first down anyway.
Silvis coming from that backside, and Vickers had to know he was coming. The Tigers with that quickness at the defensive ends, putting the pressure on. Now Silvis back deep for the Tigers at the 15-yard line. Vickers in punt formation. Tigers with another good defensive stand there.
And he will kick
Here's
it.
Kamick, line drive punt. Silvis takes it there at the 25 and tries to stay on his feet. Gets up to the 28. Good coverage downfield, and Jim, you got to believe if that guy don't make a hit, Silvis is looking at some big greenery ahead of him.
He saw some real estate there. Well, pretty good field position here for the Tigers. Man, they've been slugging it out here between the 30s so far, Spike.
Yeah, Tigers so far, their worst enemy has been a few ill-placed penalties. We've got a 6-6 tie here on NCTV 5. 8:50 remaining here in the first half. Liberty Center with the ball at their 28. Here is the give off the left side. Silvis, not much running room at all. The Panthers doing a good job of keying on Silvis.
Yeah, that's about it. We're looking at number 11, Kamick, on the green side, and they pretty well got an eye on Silvis. It seems like wherever he moves, there's plenty of green shirts to meet him there at the line of scrimmage.
All right, 2 tight ends set. Wiley on the far side. Bodenbender over here. Brett Babcock, wing comes in motion. Gives straight ahead Weimer. Weimer, no. I thought it was Weimer on the straight ahead.
That was good fake there. Weimer carried that as if he was coming, but no, sir, the quarterback kept that ball.
Well, that turns it into 3rd and 4, a very convertible 3rd down situation. And I must say, a great Tiger fake there. Brian Babcock carried it out well, had me fooled.
Yep.
He simply faked to Weimer off the right and went off the left side for about 7 yards. So now the Tigers 6 yards on the game. 3rd down and 4. Motion to the short side. Gives straight ahead, not much there. Weimer maybe gets a yard, and the Tigers looking at 4th down. Wow, Jim, you look at the clock, you look at the field position. You know, you want to pound the ball at him. You don't want to have to put it up in the air. And that time, Delta made a good defensive play.
Yes, they did. Well, it's still a real good feeling out session between them. They have a lot of respect for each other, these teams.
All right, Tigers with Babcock, Brian Babcock, the up back. High snap, Weimer fields clean. Gets
good
off
kick,
a high spiraling runner. That should take a great Tiger roll. Picked up over there, I believe, by Kamick up the left sideline. Hit around midfield and brought down. Wow. Jim, what a good break for Delta. That ball hit, takes a great Tiger bounce.
Hey, I think that's about a 20-yard return on that, Spike, after it appeared as though we were going to get her covered down there.
Somebody heard on a play from here. It looks like Martinez, number 79, not sure.
Yeah, I think it is 79.
He may have taken a hit somewhere down around the knees. It looks pretty dangerous. About a 39-yard punt, but at the same time, about a 20-yard return by Kamick.
Yeah.
Well, the Tigers can ill afford any more injuries. You know, that was part of the problem early in the year as they struggled to get some continuity to the offense and defense.
Yes, Wade Van Sickle missed a lot of games, as did Jordan. Jordan Espinoza.
Short. Now checking into the game, number 76, Mark Huff. All right, now Jordan Espinoza back in the game. Silva's back in the game. Martinez helped off the field. We don't know the extent of that injury, but we certainly hope nothing too serious. Little play action.
Yeah.
Again, and brought down right away. Great play by
Number 2, Brett Babcock.
Boy, you get Kamick out there in the wide open spaces. Very dangerous weapon.
Oh, that looks very scary, but as you say, good defense there by the Tigers. You see Delta's scheme. They want to give him the ball, Spike. We've seen that pass either tried or thought about several times tonight. But, you know, he's that kind of a weapon.
Well, and I'll tell you what, a dangerous play, too, in the fact that Liberty Center was one step away from a 60-yard interception return.
Yeah, a quarterback better be accurate on those or he'll pay.
In motion, give straight ahead. A little bit of running room up the middle for the Panthers.
A flag right at the inception of that play.
Well, it would appear to go against the Panthers, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Eric, the select.
Yeah, they've got motion against Delta there, Spike.
All right, that'll push the Panthers back near their original line of scrimmage. It should be about, we'll call it second down and 9 yards to go.
Yeah, you want to call that about the 52, but we better make it to 48, Spike.
Denham Foot now into the game, replacing Espinoza. All right, Tigers shift the defensive line around. A little inside reverse to Kamick. He's got running room. Brian Babcock out there makes the hit around the 40-yard line. Very close to first down yardage.
Yeah.
Depends on the spot.
They give him a first down there, Spike. Well, sideline was right there and a big factor, but he did that little reverse action there.
Well, they got that running back out there isolated on McClure. Not much he could do there.
No.
And Kamick simply cut to the outside. Good for about 10 and a Delta first down. Clock running, 5:40 left in the first half. Panthers with the ball on the Tiger 37.
Go get him! Hit him! Hit him!
Offset eye. Give on a
23 over there's got it.
And I believe Paul Smith on the original hit. Give the Panthers a couple. Second down and 8. All right. Tigers with that defensive package, or starting defensive package, still intact. Now offset, eye to the right. Give to Kamick, coming this way. Breaks one tackle, tries to get outside. The Panthers with a great blocking.
I say so.
Boy.
Yeah, they had, who was it, 32, I believe, Tyler Carpenter. They had two good blockers just plain riding him out of the way. And, you know, to Delta's credit, Kamick gets a lot of yards, but they try awful hard to get him started.
Yep.
But
Jim, I believe this may be as good an offensive line as we've seen, perhaps I'd say better than Mineral Ridge's even, if that's possible.
they seem pretty quick when they want to try to do something.
All right, now they line up in the full house backfield. Kamick on the left. Now man in motion going to the far side of the field. And hog-tied right at the line of scrimmage. Who was that masked man?
Number 18.
Oh, Ryan McClure with a big hit. Chopping inside from his defensive end spot. We'll give him a yard on a play, 2nd down and 9. Ball at the Tiger, near the Tiger 23. Panthers need, let me see. I believe they need to get around the 14-yard line for a 1st down. Clock running, 3:50 to go. Tigers need a defensive stop here. Same motion, same set. Panthers on a long count, same call. Give off the right side, met there by Brett Babcock. And I believe they're going to be short of a 1st down, but a big gain on 2nd. It'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
Yeah, they've got about 3 backs they can use, Spike, and they've let all 3 of them carry it. They feature Kamink, but on that occasion, this other back can scoot. I think they've got good speed in their backfield.
Well, and I'm sure from the Delta standpoint, they want to keep Liberty Center somewhat off balance.
Scott Swiskowski now going out there to play in the secondary. Looks like number 15, Casey Bodenbender, kind of.
Yeah, may got a little shook up.
Yeah, a
on
little
that
shaken
one.
up on that play.
I believe one comment had maybe he's got a little stinger there. All right, Panthers show same 2 tight end set. Tigers with 8 men up in the box. Same motion play. Look for Commit. Yep, Commit coming back this other way. He's got running room toward the corner and into the end zone. Delta touchdown.
Well, they had a good block on number 2 out here, Brett Babcock. And good at sustaining their blocks, Delta Panthers sometimes, Spike. It isn't a matter of hitting somebody. It's kind of hitting them, screening them, and, well, I don't want to say holding, but, you know, kind of locking up with them. And that's what he did on Babcock.
Yep, exactly right. Delta able to sustain their blocks. Excellent drive there by the Panthers. So with 2:50 to go, Delta up now 12-6. And the all-important point after touchdown attempt coming up. Tigers looking to maybe block this. And uh-oh.
I think number 18 for us might have made contact in there. You know, come across the line of scrimmage there. Yeah, they're going to call it on the defense. That's going to give them half the distance to the goal line. And now they're going to line up and maybe try for 2, Spike.
Yeah, and key play here, Delta with a change of teams. They bring in the offense.
Yeah.
Here comes Vickers. And now from 1.5 yards away, the Panthers are going to consider going for 2. Jim, not sure that's, you know, I'd take the sure 7-point lead, but of course that's why Mike Vickers gets paid over there. All right, they show a wide out to the far side.
Timeout.
And now a timeout. Well, with 2:50 to go, the Panthers use their first timeout, so action stopped on the field with Delta leading 12-6. Okay, after the Delta timeout, they sow the same wide out. Walter spread out wide to the left. Full house backfield, man in motion going left. Vickers with the deep pitch to Commit, trying to get outside. Tigers horsepower.
Yay!
He never even got close to the goal line.
Spike Kamink has had one run of about 10 yards there to move the sticks. Outside of that first series, pretty much they've had him bottled up here.
Yeah, only thing they've had success with is tossing him the football out in the flats and letting him run the daylight.
Yeah.
But that time the Tigers come up big and Delta passes up a chance to take the 7-point lead. Liberty Center now with 2:50 to go in the first half with enough time to try to get back here and get this offense rolling again. Oh, Martinez, maybe that's...
All right, Spike, here we go. 2:50 to go.
All right. Tigers trail 12-6. Here's the kickoff. High end over end kick, and we're going to have a Delta offside. That play blown dead right away. Paul Smith took it in around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he kind of liked what he saw. Looked like he had a little room to maybe make a move or two.
All right, a little 5-yard action here. Certainly won't hurt Liberty Center. Clock never starts until touched. And, of course, the whistle blown immediately on the kick. Shaddy, number 75, on special teams up there in the middle. Number 76, Mark Huff. 82, Jason Moeller. Number 63, Derek Miller, I believe.
Yep, Derek Miller.
Yeah, and over on the far side, I believe that's
78, Scott Stewart.
yeah, Scott Stewart, the center. McClure and Wiley, the upbacks, up around the 45.
All right.
Set deep is Silvas and Smith.
Oh, we ought to watch some chicanery on their part here too, Spike.
All right, driving kick. That's going to be taken by Paul Smith at the 16. Returns straight ahead. Looks for running room. Breaks through the seam. Spins and drives. And it could have been a late hit there on number 20. But the Tigers with good field position at their own 43.
Excellent field position.
Way to block out there.
10
Go.
seconds off the clock. There's still 2 minutes and 40 ticks. So we'll see if this Tiger offense can work. Remember last week against Bryan, Spike, they had about 46 seconds or thereabouts, and they drove the field for a score.
All right, Tigers come out. Same offensive set, wing right package. Here's Babcock in motion. Now give to Silvas. Silvas bursts through the line on a little delay. Up the right side. Gain of 8. And the Tigers into Delta territory. 2.5 to go. Tigers want, Jim, they've got 2 timeouts left. They've got the time it needs, but they need a couple of big plays.
Yep, exactly, and they'll be kind of patient because we've seen them use that clock quite efficiently at the half.
2:12, clock running, wing package to the right. Silvas on the left, Weimer takes the handoff straight ahead, bursts through there, gets inside the 45 to the 43, give him 5. The sledge gets the Tigers another first down. Now, Jim, we're seeing the Tigers using the right side of that offensive line as well.
Yep. Jordan Espinoza coming off a little shaken up there.
Hill and who's in there, I believe, I'm assuming Denham Foote in there on the right tackle spot.
75 going in there, Joe Shaddy to center that ball, I believe.
Wow, now Espinoza, yep, you're right, shaken up on the play. So the Tigers digging a little deeper.
I don't know what that's all about.
I think we've got an official's timeout. We've got
the clock. Yeah, I don't think Coach Lindgren is happy with the way that clock's moved.
How'd the clock start?
Well, Delta, has to play this just a little, they've got to watch it, they can't give up the big play in the air here, so the Tigers may have some running lanes. 1:40, clock running. Man in motion, Babcock, give to Weimer, powering off the left side, and look at that guy drive! Right into the teeth of the defense, powers his way for about 6, and that good for a second down, and we'll call it 3, 7 yards on the gain. Tigers with the ball at the 36 of Delta.
Yeah, left-sided Tiger line there, moving the Delta boys back. Just good line play, Spike.
Yeah, you've got to hand it to both teams. I tell you, this is very excellent high school football. Babcock gives straight ahead, Weimer. Weimer stays on his feet, breaks through a couple of tackles, powers his way for about 6 or 7 more, and that puts the ball inside the Delta 30.
Yep, and clock stops when they move the chain, Spike.
Okay, Landis.
Let her rip.
All right.
Kurt Silvas.
Straight up the middle, Silvas, and he drives and powers. Clock now running at a minute to go, and the Tigers will use a timeout. Exactly 1 minute left to play here in the first half. Tigers driving. They've got a second down and 4, and we're going to try to get a spot here on about the Delta 22-yard line.
Yeah, an excellent drive, Spike. Not too much time when they started this, and they're just plain stuffing it right down Delta's throat, content to use the pass or the run. One of these times they'll fake that run and then kind of go over the top.
All right, right, here we go. Second down and 3. Man in motion, Babcock. Gives straight ahead, Weimer. Weimer, oh no. Oh, I thought Weimer had it up the middle, but Brian Babcock on a keeper, thrown for about 5 yards, 6 yard loss.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Running now at 45. Tigers may have to go to the air. They've got third down. We'll call it 8 yards to go. Full house backfield, 2 tight ends set. And Babcock play action, gets rid of it. What a grab, what a call!
Boy, that was. Didn't take him long. That was to Babcock out there, I believe. Brett Babcock.
Brett Babcock
Yeah.
with a great grab.
Cousin
That
to.
ball, let's see, we're going to spot it down around the 11 or the 12-yard line. So the Tigers clock stopped at 28 seconds to go.
Yeah.
And I believe they've got 1 timeout remaining. 11-yard.
Boy, I tell you, Brian didn't hesitate long. He barely.
And he was under pressure.
He was.
Right side.
He had to squeeze.
All right, Weimer over behind the quarterback. Silvis on the left, man in motion. Babcock gives straight ahead. Weimer back, stays on his feet, battles inside the 10 to the 9.
Ah.
20, 19. Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. 15, 14, and they down the ball, and that'll bring up third down. The clock stopped at 12. Jim, I think we've got time for 2 plays.
Yep, I would say so.
Let's go, put it in!
No, Liberty Center does have to be cognizant of the fact that the play clock, if not the time clock, running. Oh, Liberty Center comes out. Silvis wing left. Wiley over here, tight end on the right. Excuse me, Babcock. Now Babcock in motion. Crosses to the end zone.
Caught! He's got it! He's got it! He's got it! Yeah, I think so. Yeah. What? I don't know.
Right now, we're not sure. Was that Paul Smith or was it Casey Bodenbender? Regardless, we'll get the call here in a minute.
Yeah, the stats will tell us, but you know that receiver put his hand up because he knew he could get a step, and that's where the quarterback put it, and he went up and made a beautiful catch.
All right, now the all-important point after touchdown kick. Drives it through the upright. 5.4 seconds to go, and the Tigers come right back. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. They put it into the end zone. It's a Tigers touchdown. They lead the Delta Panthers 13-12.
Boy, that is excellent clock management, Spike. We saw last week against Bryan. Seemingly, I believe the score was 21-0, and yet there was 46 seconds to go in the half, and the Tigers elected to work on their quick down the field, you know, their last 2-minute drive, if you will, and wow, they executed that to a T. Okay, here we go with 5 seconds to go. The Tigers have got a kickoff to the Delta Panthers, holding a scant 1-point lead. There's another short one. I tell you, the Tigers have kicked off 3 times, and they've recovered 2 of them, Spike.
Well, the good thing about it, Jim, now they've got that chance, who knows, fire the home run ball downfield, baby.
Well, there's 3 ticks left on this half, but I tell you, the Tigers down to score just calmly and determinedly marched the field, did score, and here we go. They've recovered 2 of those onside kicks. This is a good one here, Landis. All right, Tigers at the Delta 48-yard line with 1 play to go, a little over 3 ticks on the clock.
Well, Jimmy, we'll take that. We're not going to lose the football. The Tigers go to the halftime break, leading 13-12.
What a ball game, Spike.
Okay, here for the halftime stat wrap up here. First of all, we'll go back to that touchdown pass from Brian Babcock. With Landis Utopia Burmeister at the helm on the camera tonight, we ran it back. It was Jason Moeller from his right tight end spot, simply ran a quick post route, got behind his man. Brian Babcock threw it up where only he could catch it, and Jason in the back of the end zone stuck an arm up, hauled it in with one hand, cradled it to his middle, and it was good for the touchdown score.
Oh, wonderful clock management there, Spike. They took scant time on that end of the first half and just methodically moved the ball right downfield and a couple of good pass plays, and all of a sudden the Tigers are
Yeah, and a key grab on 3rd and long with Brian under pressure. His toss down on the sideline around the 12 to cousin Brett Babcock.
Yes.
All right, now stat-wise, Liberty Center 26 carries, 72 yards for about 3 yards a carry. Tigers were 2 of 4 passing for 24 yards. Delta, on the other hand, had 15 carries for 141 yards, so about 9 yards a carry. Delta with an edge there. A lot of that, of course, came on Nate Kamick's 51-yard touchdown run. Altogether, Liberty Center, 30 plays, 96 yards, so the Tigers averaging about 3.2 per play. Delta, 22 plays. That includes 3 of 7 passing for 18 yards. So Delta, 22 plays, 159 yards. That equates into about 7.5 yards a carry. Leading rusher, Liberty Center, Eric Weimer, 14 carries, 61 yards for an average of about 4.5 a carry. Silvis, who Delta is really keying on, 6 carries, 16 yards. Babcock sacked a couple times, 4 carries for a -8. Paul Smith, 1 rush very early in the game for 4. Brett Babcock, 1 yard for no gain. Kamick had 10 carries, 104 yards. Take away the 51-yard run, and Liberty Center doing a very credible job tying him up, picking up about 5 yards a carry otherwise if you take the big one away. And number 30, 4 carries, 34 yards for Delta. And Delta 3 of 7 for 18. Tigers Wiley with 1 catch for 16 yards, and of course Jason Moeller, the touchdown pass for 8. Jason Moeller also had a fumble recovery along with John Greitman, number 34. Jim, those special teams come up big.
I was just going to say, on the turnovers, now we threw a pass interception, but then we had 2 short kickoffs, one-side kicks, if you will, that were recovered. So we must be up 2-1 on that tab there, Spike.
All right, first downs, each team, 5 first downs, 4 rushing, 1 in the air. Liberty Center, 4 penalties, 26 yards, and Delta 3 penalties for 15. So here we go to start the second half. Old Jimmy Boy, Tigers on top, 13-12. Panthers to kick off. Low line drive kick, taken over there at about the 10-yard line by Silvis. Cuts to the other way, breaks 1 and spins, moves up across the 25 and up to about the 26, where the Tigers will take over. Tackles for Liberty Center. It was Eric Weimer and Brian Babcock each with 4, Paul Smith with 3, Chris Butler, Ryan McClure, and Brett Babcock each with 2.
I remember
Espinoza, Bodenbender, Van Sickle, and Silvis each with 1. So the Tigers come out, man in motion. First play of the second half. Give to Weimer off the Tigers' left inside. He's going to pick up about 4 yards, we'll call it, and that'll make it second down and about 6 yards to go.
Yeah, I remember Tate Slee, if not making tackles, certainly contributed in a big way a couple times. Also, Tyler Carpenter out there. So it is a joint effort, and a lot of times it's by committee. It needs to be to get Kamick bottled up.
Yeah, Martinez still out now, and he may not see action in the second half. Tigers need to hang on in that department. Give to Weimer off the left side. He's going to drive ahead for a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd, and we'll call it a short 5 to go. Tigers need to get the ball they've got to get it up to about the 30, just across the 36 for a first down. Opening minute, second half, Tigers lead 13-12 if you're just tuning in on NCTV 5.
Yeah, it's been a great football game, Spike. Both teams making their points out there and a lot of play between the 30-yard line.
All right, Tigers show two tight end set, man in motion Babcock. Give off the left side and not much there. And the Tigers now 4th and 5 and looking at a punt situation.
Hey, when that's all red, that means there's nothing in there, right?
Yeah. All right, commit back deep, standing at his 35. Weimer takes the snap, puts a nice foot to it. Commit comes up, fumbles it, falls on it right there at the 43. Well, that's always a break. Commit had to come up about 7 yards to field the end-over-end punt, and definitely a difficult type of punt to handle because without that spiral, it's really hard to bring that thing in. Spun immediately out of his hands, and the Panthers take it right there at their own 42.
Boy, Delta having a little trouble hanging on that football, Spike. That could be an issue down the road.
All right, double wing package, wide out to this side, motion, gives straight ahead, and no, wait, a delay to Kamick. Kamick breaks a tackle at the 45, picks up about 5 on the play. Jim, he is slippery as an eel.
I think they got him corralled, but all of a sudden there he is dancing to daylight, and then of course he can really run.
Yeah, no question about it.
Yeah.
Kamick a much stronger runner than we've ever seen in the past.
Landis, you picking me up?
Panthers with the ball at their own 47, second down and a long 5 to go there. Full house backfield now, man in motion left. Same play they used at the end of the first half, give to Kamick off the right side. Hit immediately and brought down, but with his forward momentum, Liberty had to hog time.
Yeah, he got yards.
Very close to a first down.
I didn't get the number over there on that tackle. 18? Okay, Ryan McClure filling in admirably for either Jan Stewart or Derek Proudfoot, depending on which they flip those guys around. Also, Kurt Silvas up there playing defensive end tonight oftentimes.
All right, first down Panthers. Okay, after they set the change, first down Panthers, Liberty territory at the Tiger 47. Full house backfield. Vickers looks over the line of scrimmage, barks out the signals. Back under center, takes the snap, gives straight up the middle, and right
27.
there,
Kurt
meets
Silvas.
him at the line of scrimmage. Panthers may get a couple on the play, second down and 8.
Actually, the quickness of Kurt Silvas from that defensive end position, he was in there across the line of scrimmage and was able to get an arm on those ankles as they were going by.
A little equipment problem with headgear with Van Sickle, so Jeremiah Hill, number 66, into the lineup over there, assuming the tackle spot. Here's the Panthers now, show White out to this near side, double wing package, man in motion.
Kamick.
And they give on the delay
Inside.
to Kamick. And Kamick somehow dances, stays on his feet, gets down near the 40.
Yeah.
We'll call it the 41, but a good job by the Tigers.
Yeah.
That'll bring up third, and we'll call it a short 5 to go.
Number 71, Chris Butler out there, got a piece of Kamick on that play, feeling good about it.
All right, Silvas, defensive end on this side, McClure on the far side. Tigers show 4 linebackers, give off the right side.
Chris Butler
there to meet him, but the Panthers with that surge, close to another first down.
Yeah, they're going to let him have a first down on that. He made contact early, but the only way he could do it was kind of standing up, and then you don't have leverage, Spike, but he kind of corralled him to where more Tigers could get in on it.
Yep, right now, Delta seeming to have a little bit of offensive momentum here as Their very fine offensive line continues to keep the Tigers slightly off balance. Shaken up on the play.
Number 30 over there. Yep, Delta 30 banged a little bit.
Yeah, Jamison Moss, one of their number 2 running back. So Van Sickle back in the lineup at tackle for the Tigers. Well, Delta with a 1st and 10. The ball just outside the Tiger 35. Liberty needs to come up with some kind of a defensive stop here. Clock running, 7:20 here left in the 3rd quarter. Give off that right side, and the Panthers pick up about 3, relentless on the attack.
Yeah, Brett Babcock and Chris Butler again there on the stop.
We just got robbed out of 3 yards right there. Where the whistle blows?
Well, early whistle, questionable spotting of the ball. Well, Delta comes out with a wide out to this side, trying to spread it out a little bit. Kamick on a wing to this side. Motion to this side, and play action. Going back, throws the home run ball. Outstanding coverage out there, I believe. Casey Bodenbender, I believe, yep.
Number 15.
Yep, Casey step for step, stride for stride with the intended receiver.
Better than that, he had position on the throw that if anybody was going to catch it, he was.
Yep. Delta showed a lot of motion, a lot of movement out of that double wing set, but Bodenbender not fooled, stuck on his man like glue, and now Delta with a 3rd and long. Ball at the Tiger 34. Panthers now come back with a double wing set. Give on a reverse. Kamick tries to cut to the outside. Oh my, running room, and he's gone. 35 yards away, Nathan Kamick scores.
Yeah, all the defensive action was toward the center of the field. A little fancy ball handling, and all of a sudden there he went toward the sideline, and he did have an avenue there, Spike. We got to give him his just due.
All right, 6.5 minutes to go. The Panthers go up now by 5, 18-13, and I would think now they would certainly look to go for the 2-point conversion. Well, no doubt about it, Kamick definitely a weapon. Line up with that same wide receiver left set. Kamick set back on the left, full house backfield for the Panthers. Motion left as they've shown all evening. Here is the give to Kamick, trying to cut it to the outside. Hit and just gets into the end zone. Great effort out there. We'll try to get the
Babcock, that was Brett Babcock.
Great open field play, but Kamick stretched, and the ball apparently broke the plane of the goal line. So with 6.5 to go, the Delta Panthers go up by 7. They lead it 20-13.
Well, that was a good drive for the Panthers, Spike. They took that ball first possession there in the second half. They just took it right down the field and hung up some points.
Simple enough. The Tigers will look to answer. All right, let's go through our sponsors again. These are the people that make these broadcasts possible. Without them, no feasible way. All right. Hill Asphalt Paving with Randy Hill, Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry, Pisanello's Pizza, Craig and Sherry Myers. Remember their twice-a-day buffet, 11 to 2, 5 to 8, and never forget that pizza to go for $1 if you're in a hurry during buffet hours. Also the Henry County Bank with Bill Wendt, 6 locations throughout the county. The Dugout with Steve and Catherine Parasini, Trucker's Paradise, Lynn and Jerry Ripke, Jerry, with those 57 kinds of wonderful homemade pies, along with breakfast anytime, and along with dinner and supper. Also, KK Collision, state-of-the-art auto body work, paint jobs, also service work, full service from KK Collision. Schaefer Truck and RV Sales and Rentals with Terry and Todd Schaefer. Miller Brother Trucking with Skip Miller. Now a little pooch kick. It's going to take a bounce. Tigers will pick it up there at the 35. And
Yeah, number 20.
yard on the return.
Number 25 on the pickup there, Tate Slee.
Yep, Slee with that running back mentality. Tried to get something, but Delta right there.
Yep.
But
Well,
the Tigers with good field position.
Yes, sir. We'll take that kind of field position. And how about that? That shows respect for Paul Slee and Kurt Silvas back there, the return men for the Tigers.
All right. Eon Industries with Judy Leininger and Dawn Bender. Mitchell Farm Equipment with the Simplicity Lawn and Garden tractor line. Tom Mitchell there. B.A. Miller and Sons Trucking with Norma Miller. And L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating with Bill Tiplady, Dan and Francis Brown. Wing package to this side. Straight drop, looks to throw. He's got Weimer, I believe. Wide. Was that Weimer?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Eric Weimer out there picks up about 9 on first down.
Number 6 out there, Matt Wiley.
Yeah, Wiley's second catch of the night.
Yeah.
Well, the single-digit number, I knew it wasn't Brian Babcock.
Right. Well, again, that particular color combination is a little difficult to see in the nighttime hours, but good play. And how about that when probably the whole world figured, all right, it's going to be a running play. That's what the Tigers prefer, right out of first down, and yet a pass.
All right, now for the rest of our sponsors, we've got Holgate Metal Fab with old Tiger athlete Jeff Spangler, the Sky Bank and Liberty Center, Davis Farm Services of Dowling Liberty with Karen Howell, the Tiger Shop with Bob and Julie Shaddy, Speece Trailer Court with Rick Speece, Swanton Welding with Norm Zeider, the Meyer Badenhop Insurance Company with Glenn Badenhop and Napoleon Bob and Marge Jurassics in Liberty Center. All right, 1st and 10 Tigers. Pickup of about 10.5 on a play. They've got the ball on the Delta 46. Babcock motion. Give to Weimer. Weimer bursts straight up the middle. He's got running room. Makes a great cut to the outside. One more block. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. And all the way down to the 3-yard line. Eric Weimer.
Oh, what a play. A block on the line of scrimmage got him started. And I don't know who that was down there trying to make another block. I think that was his quarterback. Mr. Babcock kind of screened a man a little bit, but what a good run, Weimer.
Yeah, we're going to give him, I think we're going to call it unofficially 51 yards. Now the Tigers knocking on the door.
Yep,
First and goal just inside the 5.
Sets them up right there where they need to be.
Silvas on the left, Weimer behind the quarterback. Babcock in motion. Give to Silvas. Silvas hits.
Walks in. He's in.
No, he's down about the 4, maybe the 3.
Yeah.
Gain of about, wow, Silvas with a good spin cut after being hit.
Yeah, I got tangled up. I saw Weimer waltz in the end zone. Not Weimer, but Wiley waltzing in the end line.
You made a mistake. I've been making them all year.
And I thought that, hey, he walked in, but no, he got some playing to do. The ball's on the 3-yard line according to the scoreboard there.
All right, 5:04 left, third quarter. Man in motion, Babcock. A little delay, give to Weimer driving ahead. He's going to get down around the 2, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. All right, we've got Liberty Center Athletic Boosters, Ken and Robin Carpenter, the Liberty Center carryout with John McClure, the porch coaches, John Slagle, and the memory of Donnie Sharp, and also the Timbo and Water Hauling Service. All right, Tigers get the play from the sideline. They come to the line of scrimmage. Clock running, 4:25, period number 3. We've got
3rd and 2, they say.
Yep, 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. Long
Silvas.
Silvas. Silvas drives. He's in. He's in. He's in. Kurt Silvas off that left side behind the block.
The left side there.
Yeah, the left side. Let's get this straight now. That's the side with Espinoza and Van Sickle. Silvas had a little bit of a seam, slashed through there, gave a little bit of an extra power dive into the end zone. Tigers within a point now, 20-19.
What an answer for a good Delta drive.
Here it is, the kick is up, and good! Hill with a great snap, Babcock with a super hold, and Al Kicker, Cody Sanchez, drives it right down the heart of the pipe, and the Tigers tie it 20-20 4:12 to go in the third period.
All right, Spike, here we go.
All right, the Panthers with 10 men between the 40 and the 50. They're, of course, looking for that squib kick. Here's Sanchez to kick off from the right hash. He comes, he drives, he bounces it again, and hit right there. Caught at the Panther 49-yard line.
Well, that sets him up with very good field position. I mean, I understand the thinking there. And actually, statistic-wise, we're still ahead of the game, Spike. We recovered 2 of those rascals already.
Yep. Well, that time, you know, and you can't guide the ball. You can only kick the top half, get it to take the big bounce, and that time, Tigers didn't get it. So the Panthers with field position at center court. They come out with the I formation wing left package. Here is play action, back to throw deep. He's got a man open, caught, bobbled, and down at about the Tiger 15.
Boy, that was all he could do to reel that in, but indeed he did. And a well-thrown pass, and that's a bunch of yards in a hurry right there, Spike. Huh? 18 for the Panthers on the reception there.
Yeah, Craig Walters, their big play receiver, comes up there. On that fly route toward the corner. And now the Panthers knocking on their door. Jim, what a tremendous football game between 2 heavyweights.
Yeah.
Now we've got movement, and I believe that'll be called off the Panther right side.
Left side. Panther left side's going to get marked back a little bit.
All right, 5 yards on the penalty, and big there because that puts Delta 5 yards back in the field position scheme of things.
Yep, we got it.
First and 15, 3:30 clock running here, third period.
Got to try and keep them out of the red zone there.
All right, Kamick lined up out here as a wing on the left side. Lone setback, double wing package. Now they're going to fake the reverse. Right there, hit, met at the line of scrimmage. They faked that reverse to Kamick, trying to keep it. Tigers there, maybe a loss on the play.
Yeah, Paul Smith there, also Ryan McClure, and some other Tigers.
Well, maybe a yard gain on the play, but second down and essentially no gain. So it'll be second and 14, second and 15 to go. Ball rest just inside the Tiger 20-yard line. Now the Panthers come out with that same offensive set. Look for Kamick, number 11, over here on the left wing.
Yeah, they're going to try to
run play
pass it to him.
He's going to look, fires over the middle.
Oh,
incomplete.
Number 8.
By Brian Babcock.
Brian Babcock had that ball on his hands, Spike.
Now, this is huge for Liberty Center. Very huge. Delta does have the ability to kick field goals in their playbook, and this one at this time right now would be from about, we'll call it 38 yards.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good kick.
So, very important now, of course, the Tigers don't give part of this away here in real estate.
Third and almost 15, Spike.
Kamick lines up over on the left wing again, and we're going to have a Delta timeout. 2:34 remaining third period. We're all knotted up at 20. The Liberty Center Tigers and the Delta Panthers. All right, after the Panther timeout, they come to the line of scrimmage. They set up in a standard T formation. Fake to Kamick. They go for the long toss to the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete.
Nice pressure back here, Kurt Silvis, and then also Weimer getting back here, just enough to make him just wing it out there. I mean, they like a little more time for that pattern to mature, but not that time.
Yep, that time Walter's the intended receiver, but the Tigers had him blanketed with 3 defensive backs.
Yeah, so he just lofted her up there.
Now we're looking at the all-important 4th down. Delta looking at, if it's a field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
Yeah, they're going to set up for it.
So the ball will be spotted at the 27, near the 28, so a 38-yard attempt by Kamick. Snap, good little high kick, drives, and boy, I don't know, it's close. It's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the Tigers did what they had to do. They shut them off when they got down around the 10-yard line. Delta has to settle for the field goal at the 2:29 mark, third period. They lead it 23-20.
There we go.
All right. Delta now to deliver. Kamick on the kick. Low liner. That's going to take a Delta roll. Great pickup over there.
Kurt Silvas.
By Silvas. And Silvas just saved field position by being able to get over and field that dangerous bouncing ball down there around the 12, 13-yard line. So the Tigers with a short return, deep in their own territory. We're going to call it maybe the 16, 17-yard line, Jim.
Yeah, that was a well-placed kick. You know, there wasn't much return potential in it, and yet it stayed inbounds.
So the Tigers with a lot of field ahead of them to go here. They trail 23-20. Man in motion, Babcock. Gives straight ahead, I believe, Weimer. And Weimer burrows his way ahead for about 5 or 6. I'm not sure, but I think I saw a flag thrown from a man in the defensive backfield.
There's a yellow flag there. Looked as though maybe a little bit of movement. Ouch, they're calling that a holding.
Well, let's see now. From the spot of the foul, I assume, so the Tigers will retain first down, but they'll be walked back. Wow. Now the Tigers faced with about a first and, wow, we're going to call it about 17 to go.
Yeah, they're saying the ball's on the 9-yard line.
Yep,
Spike
Tigers need to get the ball up across the, around the 27 maybe. Give off the left side, and the Panthers right there. Tigers trying to get out of a hole. Now it'll bring up second down and probably, we'll call it 15 yards to go. Ball up around the 11 or 12.
They hate to pass from that deep in their own territory, but Delta's packing it in pretty tight, smelling the run, Spike.
Yep. Well, now we're into second down. Delta may loosen it up a little. They have to think that Liberty may look to go to the air here. Tigers come out with a wide formation. I believe they've got
Paul Smith on the left.
Wide to the far side. Weimer, the lone setback, double wing package. Silvas in motion. Babcock rolling out. Looks downfield, has a receiver. Great catch by Eric Weimer. What a grab! What a grab by the Swiss! Up around the 30-yard line. Unbelievable! That ball was thrown behind him.
Yeah.
Babcock was on the run, had nothing to do. He had to get rid of it. And Weimer reached back, hauled it in. What a grab, the Tigers on the march.
Oh, no question, Spike. It turned him all the way around, but he got a big paw out there on that ball and just stayed with it. Had to juggle it a little bit, but raked her in, and that's a key first down.
Yep, and Babcock bought himself some time on that sprint out pass package.
He did indeed.
So Silvas winds up the wing this side. Paul Smith spread wide to the far side. Weimer lone setback. Silvas in motion, gives straight ahead. Weimer gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and we've got a flag on the play. Boy, I'm just afraid a stinking, rotten, no good yellow flag is going to be walked off against the Tigers again.
Yeah, they got a hold on us there.
Well, you know, we had a game with officials somewhat like this against Patrick Henry where they were called very, very, very tight when it came to the game itself. You know, a lot of the trench play and everything.
Yeah.
And, of course, that hindered the Tigers there. And 2 holding penalties on this drive puts the kibosh to the Tigers again.
Yeah, but you still have to play with what the stripes will give you.
Yep.
So they have to adjust just a little bit under blocking so they don't get pinched.
Same formation, 1st and 20 we'll call it. Here's Babcock on a straight drop, fires out there in the flats, caught by Silvas.
Babcock.
Oh, Brett Babcock,
Yep.
number 2, came in motion and then just floated out into the flats, took the pass, picks up about, we'll call it 11 approximately, and that makes it a little more livable. 2nd down and 9. Tigers need to get the ball just across the Delta 40-yard line.
Yeah, Brett Babcock had good focus on that ball because he knew there was going to be plenty of contact, but he was able to catch the ball before you do anything else.
Yep, second big catch for Brett tonight. And that is the end of the third quarter. The Panthers lead Liberty Center in a blockbuster, 23-20. Set to go, period number 4. Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. They've got Smith spread out to the far side. Double wing set. And give to Babcock. Babcock looking for running room. Gets up to about the 34. Gain of a couple. It'll bring up third down, and we'll call it a long 6 yards to go. Boy, Jimmy, what a football game.
Oh, Spike, I guess so. To have a scant quarter left and just 3 points separating these powerhouses, this is high school football at its finest.
Well, in Liberty Center now with a rash of injuries, but yet they're finding ways to stay and battle in this ball game.
Yeah, well, there's been a good program will build reserves or plenty of people that can fill in, and that's exactly what's happened.
All right, 11-13 to go, fourth period. Tigers with the ball, 3rd and 7. Their own 34. Here is the Babcock on a keeper. Babcock with running room, slips down, very close to
He's got it.
yardage.
He's got it.
Oh, Jimmy, I don't know about the spot. That's very close.
We're going to let him have it, Spike. They're going to measure it, but we're going to let him have it. Marty, hey, we got it?
Boy, now this is key because if not, it's 4th down. Tigers certainly don't want to give up the ball in the fourth quarter here. Very, very close.
Got it.
Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah.
Yes! By the nose of the football! Marty Weimer on the call!
Yeah, Marty Weimer had a real good view, and he says we got her by the nose of the ball, and that's the way it shakes out.
Well, the Tigers did a great job off that left side, firing out, giving Babcock some running room.
Yeah.
Brian made a great cut, slipped a little bit, and that's the only thing that made it close. All right, Tigers out, double wing package, small, Paul Smith, far to the right. Here's the give straight ahead to Weimer, off the left side, battling, and that's ball player named Desire. Picked up an extra 1.5 yards, up to the 45, a gain of a solid 4 yards.
Yes,
Tigers with a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, nice line of scrimmage play there, too, on the left side there. Hard banging. That's the thing about being able to watch these rebroadcasts on TV5. You can see it unfold. You have a good view. It's a good camera. It's a good man on the camera, and you can see what's happening out there.
All right, same Tiger set. 10:07 left in the ball game. 23-20 Delta Panthers. Silvas in motion. Gives straight ahead to Weimer. Weimer driving, gets up to about the 48, and that's going to give it a 3rd, and we're going to call it a long 2. Now we're going to go now. They've got it spotted back. So it's a full 3 yards. 3 and a little more. The Tigers need to get the ball to about the Panther 49. So 3rd down and 3 and a few inches to go. 9:36. Jimmy, Tigers continue to pound it at Delta. Each team, it's like a heavyweight boxing match.
Yeah, it is. They do what they do best,
Yep,
and they're just executing.
In motion. Now Babcock rolling right. He's got running room. Slips, and it's going to be close again. Wow. In Delta territory, it's going to depend on the spot, and I believe we're going to have another measurement.
Yeah.
Babcock looked downfield, nobody open, tucked it in, picked up 3 yards and then some, and we're close.
Yeah, that was a good decision by the junior quarterback. He could see it didn't look like anything downfield, and it didn't take him long to make that decision, Spike. He just was going for all he was worth around the end there, and if he didn't make it, he came within a whisker of it. So then, Tiger coaching staff, what are we doing here, Spike?
Oh, my.
Yep.
We are short by what we made it by the last time. So the Tigers with a 4th and about 3 inches, about a couple of chain links to go. This could be the play of the game.
And they're going to go for it, Spike.
And a tough decision here because you give up a lot of field position if you don't convert.
Yep.
But if you give up the football, you give up your right to score.
Yeah, I think Tigers are going to put it on the line here, and we second the motion.
No question, no doubt in my mind, you got to go. Panthers are going to squeeze it in. They've got 11 men up in the box. Oh boy, now Babcock taking his time. Tigers may audible something out of this.
Yeah, he ought to pitch it over here to Silvas.
Babcock on a long count, give to the sledge. He breaks it, he breaks it, he breaks it. A 9-yard gain, a 9-yard gain for the Ballpark Tigers. Eric the Sledgeweimer powered off that left side, found the seam, and burrowed his helmet right through the bunch of them. Again off that Tiger left side of Van Sickle, Espinosa, Stewart, and Wiley. Oh boy, Jimmy, the Tigers with the ball on the 41 of Delta.
Yeah, and we've seen that before. When you sell out and put everybody on the line of scrimmage, they can pop it, and of course, indeed, that happened. That was a key first down.
Absolutely. Wing package left. Here again, the give to the sledge. Drives inside the 40, down to about the 38, maybe. Gain of a couple. Tigers now with a 2nd down and 8. Ball at the Delta. Yeah,
37.
Just inside the 39.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what.
37-yard line is what they're calling it, but that's all right. We're close enough.
It's back
but I tell you,
between the 38
Tigers,
and
when
9.
they've needed it on this drive, has come up with it, Spike.
Well, I tell you, you got to love this kind of football.
Oh,
buddy.
boy.
Yeah, Woody Hayes, Bo Schembechler, Norm Degger, the whole bunch, buddy. Here we go. Tigers with a wing set left. Delta pinching everything in. 8 men in the box. It gives straight ahead to Weimer. Weimer down to about near the 35. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 5 yards to go.
Yep.
Boy, Jimmy, you don't know when they may pull the trigger, but the Panthers creeping everybody up. That time, 8 men in the box and the other 3 DBs all within about 4 yards of the line of scrimmage.
But consider ye this, it's 4-down territory from here on in, so Tigers content to get their 4 yards on the ground.
Yep, Tigers continuing to drive right at the teeth of the Delta defense. Now Delta plays a slightly more vanilla. There's the give to the sledge, dives, and still on his feet, still driving, and he's going to be close. Ball down just outside the 31. Oh my, this may be another measure.
No, he'll be.
Is it going to be about a yard?
Yeah,
short,
he's going to be a strong yard short.
All right, yeah, the ball spotted back at the Delta 32. So now the Tigers with another critical 4th down situation. 6 minutes and 50 seconds. Clock running. 4th and a yard to go. Boy, Jimmy, it's gut check football right now. You gotta love it.
I gotta think Delta won't put them all on the line of scrimmage either, because they'll pop it if they do.
All right, it could be Babcock on a keeper. There's a little seam there. Give to Weimer. Weimer burrows. He's across the 30.
Yep, he's there.
I believe he's got the first down.
Yes, he does.
Gain.
Oh, Vickers over there on the sideline must be pulling his hair out, Spike. Delta's got a very good defensive football team, but Tigers, several times tonight when they've needed to do it, they just run it right down their throat.
Wow. I mean, this is a time when the spittle, the saliva running out of your mouth. Boy, this is what football is meant to be.
Oh, yeah, rock 'em, sock 'em. Hey, you might have got me last play, but we're coming right back at you. And I'm telling you, no quarter given. There ain't a man on that Tiger team that says Delta got the best of me tonight.
All right, wing left set. Silvas on the left. Gives straight ahead to the banger. Weimer drives ahead, gets down to about the 28. And that'll bring up 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Gain of a couple on the play.
See, Tigers have got everything going their way, Spike. If they can just keep gently moving the sticks, that clock is ticking right down there.
Yep, that's the key, of course. Obviously, they've got to keep that chain gang moving.
Yep. Well, it's times like against Bryan last week when they practiced. You know, okay, we're going after it, we're going to do it, we're going to execute. And the Tigers
leads by 3, 23-20, 5:20 on the clock. 2nd and 8, play action.
Whoa.
Babcock in trouble. And right that time, the Delta Panthers guessed right.
Yeah, they did.
And a big loss on the play. That'll put Liberty Center back all the way to their 30, to the Delta 36-yard line.
Yeah, that arguably was Delta's best defensive play, certainly of this half.
Well, and it was time. I think it was time to run a little play action or some kind of a pass play.
Yep.
But that time, simply Delta smelled it, and it's a chess game. That time the Panthers got the better of it.
Exactly.
So now the Tigers with a third down. We'll call it 16 to go. Ball at the 37. They've got to get down to the 21.
Paul Smith out wide to the right.
Back to pass, throws it deep for Smith.
Ooh.
And knocked away incomplete. Good defensive play there by the Panthers.
You know, Smith had a little position on him. If that ball could have been about 3 yards further, I think it had been all Smith.
Yeah, Babcock had to lay it out there for him. All right, now the clock stopped. 4:23 to go. Fourth down and 17 yards to go. Obviously a tough conversion attempt here, but one the Tigers have converted several times this season.
Yeah, and they have to do it because that clock is getting to be a factor here, and they are 3 points short on the scoreboard.
Smith wide to this side, wing package, rolling to the right. Babcock gets rid of it, short, incomplete. Coverage by Kamick, and the Tigers come up short.
Well, they had a lot of pressure on Babcock. I kept looking for a flag, and I think it was all clean back there, but I'm telling you, they had their ears pinned back knowing full well that the Tigers needed a pass, Spike.
Well, Casey Bodenbender, I don't believe on the field for that offensive series, and of course that takes away still another huge weapon for Liberty Center.
Oh, Casey's made a lot of big plays. Well, the Tigers have 4 minutes and 18 seconds to play some tough defense and get a stop.
All right, I'm looking for Casey on the sideline. I haven't picked him out yet.
Huh.
No, there he is.
Yeah,
he's in the
he's
ball
out
game.
there.
He was probably on the offense. I just missed him. All right, now the Panthers.
They're going to try to run it.
Give to Kamick. Hit right there. The ball's loose. Boy, I thought I saw the football on the ground. All right, now the clock resting at 4 minutes to go. Tigers need, of course, that defensive stop, and why not run the fumble play right here?
Oh, yeah.
Well, the Panthers, of course, don't want to give it up. They can't afford too many extravagances here. Kamick the eye back in the split eye, give the other way. Tigers meet him right there. No gain on the play. It'll bring up third down and 9. Didn't get the hit there.
No,
numbers hard to pick out.
Yeah, I just call it the Tiger defense, and I mean they're playing hard. Every man is trying to know what their responsibility are and assess where the ball is and
well, the
what's
Panthers
going
have
on.
run about 50 seconds off the clock. It's running 3:09 left. Liberty Center needs a stop here, and they'll get the ball back.
Third and a big 9 for the Panthers, Spike.
All right, Panthers put a wide out over here, wing out here on this close side. Kamick, a little setback.
Yeah.
We've got all kinds of movement at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's going to be 5 yards against Delta back here. Going to make it
that'll
about
stop
third
the
and
clock.
third and about 14 against they get it sorted out, Spike.
Yeah, it looked like
I think the Tiger fans could have helped aided that. There was enough noise going on. I don't think they knew what was coming out there.
yeah, there was looked like a fox loose in the hen house, but there was movement everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, now the walk-off puts Delta back. Loss of 5, third down and 14. The ball pushed back to the 32-yard line.
Well, so far, Tigers doing everything they need to do on defense.
All right, clock running again. And at 2:40 left in the ball game.
Keep in mind, Kamick has not touched the ball in this series yet.
Boy, what a football game. What a football game. You got to love it. Now motion left. Deep pitch to Kamick. Looks to get outside and looks for running room, and he's going to be stopped well short of the first down. Clock stops, and at the 2:18 mark, it'll be fourth down. Delta with the ball at their own 38. They need to get to the 46 for the first. So it's going to be about 4th and 8. Tigers call a timeout.
I think the officials are going to get their heads together on how the time's working off the clock, Spike, because you'll hear a whistle and there's several more seconds tick off.
Yeah, there's been a lot of accusations from this Liberty side over here that the whole game. All right, here we go. with Silva standing at his 25.
Block it, man, he delayed.
With a short punt, and that's going to go sailing out of bounds, and the ball will be spotted up at the 40-yard line, and Liberty Center now. They did it before, Jim. They've got a chance to do it again.
Yes, sir. Spike, that wasn't Kamink on the punt. That was the quarterback.
I'm sorry.
Vickers.
Yep. Kamik is the kicker. Vickers the punter. Only a 21-yard punt by Vickers, I believe.
Okay, Tigers 60 yards away, and they're 3 points down.
This is where you want to be. You want to have the ball with a chance to pull it off. That's all the Tigers can ask for here. What a tremendous football game tonight. Now Babcock rolling to his left, fires downfield. Caught by Babcock! Caught by Babcock! He's going out of center! The 20, the 10, the 5, it's a Tiger touchdown! Unbelievable! 59 yards to Brett Babcock on the Liberty Center.
We've seen Babcock to Babcock before, Spike, and I mean that was a wonderfully thrown pass.
The Liberty Center Tigers never say die. What a jumper! 59 yards! Oh my! A haze of orange and black hanging over the stadium now.
Oh, Spike, what a ball game!
All right, big extra point attempt, kick attempt here. Tigers up by 3.
Cody Sanchez.
Oh, we've got an offsides.
Yeah, number 11. I think Mr. Kamink over there kind of wanted to cross the line of scrimmage early.
Well,
yeah, it's against Delta.
It doesn't really matter. Liberty Center needs the 1 point to take them out of the field goal, obviously.
Exactly.
The 2-point conversion does nothing.
Wow. Spike, who would have thought it on the pass from first down from 60 yards out? Who would have thought it?
All right, the big kick here. Babcock spotting the ball. Jeremiah Hill, the snapper. Cody Sanchez set. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. It's good! It's good! El Kicker comes through in the clutch.
Let's go!
And how about those Tigers? All right. With 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go, the Tigers up by 4.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Tiger fans, I got much voice left. But, Jim, what I've got, I'll tell you what, you talk about guts, courage, gut check time for the Tigers. It was Brian Babcock who lofted out a beautiful toss about 35 yards downfield to a streaking Brett Babcock with a couple of blockers battled his way into the end zone.
Yeah, and quarterback Babcock had a lot of heat on him, too. He didn't have any longer to hold that ball, but he put it right where he had to do it.
27-23, Tigers up by 4. Here's Sanchez. Lone back is Kamik standing at about the 15. And he drives it through, takes a great bounce there. Kamik hemmed in, and he broke down immediately. What a kick. Jim, that's what we wanted. Get it over the top.
Yeah.
Front line.
That was absolutely perfect, just like you called it ought to be, Spike. If you get it over that first wave, you can kind of pin him deep a little. Kamink was totally discombobulated, basically had to gather it up. By then, the coverage was there.
All right, my apologies. It's impossible to tell who made the hit. The ball now, we're going to wait to see where it's spotted. Oh, we've got a walk-off. A walk-off against the Panthers. That's going to put that darn thing all the way back around the 10, 12, 13-yard line.
I didn't catch that flag, Spike, but once in a while, the yellow flag kind of falls on the correct side.
27-23.
It was a holding.
Sanchez, the kicker for Liberty Center.
Oh, that was...
Wow, what a job he's done this season.
Well, how about the whole special team, Spike, on the coverage, any of that?
All right. 2 minutes to go. Dropping back. Vickers.
Kurt Silvas got in there from a defensive end. He probably had some help but quarterback went back to pass, and Kurt smothered him.
Unbelievable. 1 minute and 38 seconds, clock running. Now the Panthers hustle to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 15. The ball back at the 5-yard line. Liberty's got to play prevent defense now. Here's the give. Straight ahead. Tigers maybe give up about 3 or 4, but the clock continues to run, and now a Panther timeout.
Yeah.
1 minute 22 left of the ball game.
I think Casey Bodenbender may be on the stop there, but boy, they got help.
All right, a courageous effort by the Tigers here when it looked very doubtful. They pull off the miraculous 60-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
With all the injuries to boot.
Yeah, but Spike, how about the defensive stop to set that up? Delta was moving the ball. They were getting first downs, and it was going, but finally the Tigers were able to stiffen and hold them and get their hands on the ball.
Absolutely. Now the Panthers show 3 wideouts to the wide side, this side of the field. 3rd down and 12 yards to go. Kamick in motion. They give it to him. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. 4th down and 10. 1 minute 15 and the clock running. This is the last chance for the Delta Panthers.
Yes, sir.
What a football game. This will be one for the ages. 1 minute 6 and running.
I'll tell you, the Liberty Center Tigers have just gotten better every game, Spike. They stubbed their toe over there against the Patriots.
All right, but it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Clock running at 50 seconds to go. They've got to look for Kamick. Kamick running in trouble. In trouble. They put pressure on him. It's caught out there. It's going to be Paul Smith. Paul Smith with help. Paul riding him out of bounds. I don't know, Jim. Oh, that's going to be close. Oh, boy, is that going to be close. I believe Casey Bodenbender may have got over there to help.
Yeah.
Clock stopped at 36 seconds to go.
I think maybe Ryan McClure was over there, number 18, but it looks like 4th down.
Paul Smith.
Oh, they're going to measure it.
Job.
No, they're
Wow.
going to give it to him.
How can you give it to him?
I
It's
don't
gotta
know.
be plain that it was a first down.
Well,
Otherwise,
but
you have to measure it.
I wonder about that.
Well, I said this thing ain't over yet.
No.
36 seconds to go. Delta with 4 shots now. The ball up around the 21-yard line, we'll call it. Back to pass. Looks, has time, throws it short, incomplete. Oh, come on. 32 seconds, only 4 seconds right off the clock.
Well,
Boy, that's a bunch of crap.
I tell you, 2 Tigers, Kurt Silvis and another was a 50 number. I think maybe Wade Van Sickle just leveled the quarterback. He threw a grounder, Spike. His receiver didn't have a chance.
Yep, great pressure there.
32.
I don't believe it.
30.
You cannot tell me only 4 seconds ran off there. Wow. A lot of time left in this stinking thing. 27-23 Liberty Center. 32 seconds left. Here is the run. No, he's got set. No, he give up.
Kamick has it back there.
What a play there.
Clock
Clock is stopped.
calling.
I assume Delta got an immediate timeout.
Yeah, that was their last timeout.
Jim, I'm not sure how that play unfolded.
No,
Might have been a gift to Kamick early.
I don't think so, but he ended up with the ball, and the Tiger penetration smothered him back there. But I don't know about this time, Spike. I think that's what they're trying to sort out.
How can only 5 seconds run off on that play? He dropped back. He give it off.
Yeah.
Kamick was on his feet for a long time.
Yeah.
9 seconds run off here when maybe about 18 should have been ran. Well, boy, I tell you, this explosive Delta defense, or offense, pardon me, against the immovable Liberty Center defense, what a matchup. They've got the weapon Kamick. They've got to find a way to try to spring him open, get him one-on-one against somebody.
Yeah, I'm surprised it isn't a pass with Kamick out in the flat where he can work his magic out there. But
Right.
I tell you, there's no time.
The Tigers need pressure.
Right. And they've been getting pressure.
Tiger fans, hang on to your seat, buddy. Grab a hold of that cold beverage. Grab a hold of that chip dip, because this baby ain't over by a long sight. 3rd and 12. Ball at the 19-yard line. I thought we had motion back to throw. Throws deep, and it's over the Tigers with 3 defenders. Brett Babcock, Casey Bodenbender, and Kurt Silvas all down there on coverage.
Yeah, good coverage there. There was no way that pass could be completed. Spike, we're going to have to take over on downs. It can't get any time off the clock.
Wow, 22.2 seconds to go. This is Delta's 4th down situation.
Yeah,
fourth and about 12.
They have had a lot of plays since there's been 36 seconds up there, Spike.
Boy, yeah, give
Yeah.
me the game ball. You're darn right, Marty. This is it. 4th and 12. Liberty Center hanging on. The Panthers with the football. He drops back. Vickers looks, fires deep. And it's Brett Babcock puts the icing on the cake. He puts the crosses the D and Tiger. Dots the I and Tiger and Liberty Center with 14 seconds to go. It's going to win a football game. Marty Weimer, it don't get no better than this, buddy. It don't get no better than this. Liberty Center comes from behind. A courageous, valiant effort. And we've got a Liberty Center timeout. Jimmy, the Liberty Center Tigers came walking into Panther Stadium. They were the underdogs. Everybody in the area gave this team no respect. But the Liberty Center Tigers, despite all these injuries, they battled, they fought, and they pulled one out of the fire here.
Exactly, they did, Spike. And I mean, since early on in the season, after that Patrick Henry game, the Tigers started getting a hold of themselves and making good choices, good decisions, good execution, and they built on it. Went out there to Mineral Ridge, showed them how we play football back here in the NWOAL. That's when they became men. They knew they could play defense. They knew they could play offense when it needed to be. Came over here to Panther Town, as you said, and stuck them.
Mineral Ridge moved the ball 81 yards against Liberty Center, and they stopped them at the 1. And now the Tigers will have to take a knee one time. Babcock takes the snap, goes down in one knee, and that's going to be it. Oh,
yeah, they got a penalty.
Now we got a flag on the play. 9 seconds left. One, we're all right. Come on, don't act like our friends to the south. We got one.
I think the offense gets to enjoy themselves one more time taking a bow out there, Spike.
All right, 7.9 seconds. One more time. Curtain call. The snap. Babcock goes down on a knee, and that's it. 3, 2, 1, and Liberty Center wins. Liberty Center wins 27-23. Holy cow. Look at the team on the field. Exuberant. Tiger fans going crazy here on the sideline.
Boy, how sweet it is, Spike. I'm telling you, the gob of computer points that are going to come rolling into Tiger Town, if they can finish out the win against Archibald, the season against Archibald next week, they're probably going to be hosted.
Oh, my.
What a football game. I mean, it had everything. You knew that Delta was going to get theirs, that Kamik, a great athlete that he is. It was going to be lots of yards gained and some points put up, but the Tigers had an answer every time. They came back after Delta scored in the second half, went right back there and evened her up.
Wow.
Good football.
Jim, I think I ran out of gas. There ain't too much more to say. You saw what an effort by a Delta team last year who made it to the state semifinals. And you tell me, is there a better team in D5 anywhere in the state than these guys right here in the orange and black?
That's the kind of ball they're playing, Spike. They want to play ball into Thanksgiving, and I can't see why they shouldn't.
Wow. Wow. Let's go back. 1st and 10, ball at the Delta 41. Brian Babcock drops back, launches deep. Brett Babcock out there around the 30, hauls it in. He's got a blocker, moving down the sideline. He's at the 20, the 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a Tiger touchdown, 27-23 with Sanchez kick. Jimmy, we're moving on. The Tigers now stand at 6-1 in the NWOAL. Delta at 5-2. Liberty Center now 8-1 overall. Delta at 6-2. And now the Liberty Center Tigers playoff picture obviously looks much brighter.
Oh, boy.
And for the game, Delta Panthers, a tremendous football team. Now, their future cloudy as we wait to see how things unfold in week 10. Tigers gathering at center court. Helmets in the air, baby.
Yeah.
What a job with the injuries tonight. The Tigers found a way.
Yeah, there's been some great Tiger teams in the past, but I tell you, this one can number itself right in there. They haven't had a lot of playoff football going yet, but I'm telling you, Spike, they as a unit improved, fought through injuries to keep people, and just found a way to get it done.
Well, as the Tigers go to midfield for the team prayer, we'll wrap her up here from Panther Stadium. Well, if you're just tuning in, Liberty Center pulls off a stunning 27-23 victory as they score a 60-yard touchdown pass with 2 minutes to go to pull one out.
Wonderful football game, Spike.
It don't get no better. So, for my man on the video cam, the always illustrious Landis Utopia Burmeister, and my sidekick, the ever-faithful Jimmy Leatherman, this is Old Spiker, the voice of the Liberty Center Tigers, saying goodnight. That score one more time, Liberty Center 27, Delta 23. Good night and good Tiger sports.